Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Deep. Here in America, it's Super Bowl Sunday, a time when these titans of the sports clash together to do something. I don't know, prove who's the best. I don't care about sports. What, do I look like I care about sports? Look at me. Look at me! Yeah, that's right. And to celebrate, I decided to do this video. You're probably wondering, what does this have to do with the Super Bowl? Well, to that, I just have to say this. Let me take you to the chart. Okay. So, one of the most famous football teams of all time is the Patriots. The Patriots are from Boston. Boston eats a lot of seafood, and the seafood includes clams, and clams are a bivalve, which is what we're talking about today. So therefore, this is a valid subject for my video. Don't even try to argue with me. Sorry, I'm a bit tense. This is the first time the light bulbs have made Super Bowl, and we as a town are really hoping they win. But let's just get to the video. As I just said, this is about bivalves. Bivalves are mollusks, meaning that they're related to octopi and slugs, and snails, I guess. Yeah. The bivalve's main characteristic is that they have a shell that covers their whole body. That's split into two sections, which they can open up. Clams, oysters, scallops, mussels, these are all examples of bivalves. Now, believe it or not, despite often being thought to be immobile creatures, bivalves are perfectly capable of moving around. Some, like the scallops, move by sucking in water and shooting it out, causing them to propel forward. Some of them use, they have basically a piece of flesh that's like a foot that they use to drag themselves along the ground, and some can bury themselves in the sand. Yeah. As for their diet, these guys, they're not active carnivores, let's just say that. Instead, basically every bivalve is a filter feeder, as they'll have a tube-like structure that they stick into the water to suck up microorganisms to eat. As for their own predators, these guys are mostly pretty safe, since their shells can be hard to crack. So to eat them, you'd have to be able to break through them. Sea otters bash them against rocks, seagulls drop them from great heights, starfish pry them open, and whelks are able to drill through the shells. But the most famous aspect of bivalves is their ability to create a precious gem. You see, if an irritant of some sort gets inside the bivalve, in order to get rid of it, the bivalve coats the irritant in a calcium mix known as nacre. This eventually forms into what we know as a pearl. All bivalves can make pearls, but people really only care about the pearls oysters make, because I guess we're just picky like that. Well, I guess not. I'm not a geologist. I don't know why oyster pearls are the ones that are valuable. What's wrong with clam pearls? I like clam pearls better anyway. And mussel pearls, don't even get me started. I could make an entire essay on why I prefer mussel pearls over oyster pearls, but whatever. No one cares what I think. No, it's always just, oyster. Those are the only pearls that matter. Anyway, that brings us nicely to human relations. I already mentioned pearls. They're a precious gem, and people like them so much, oysters are sent to farms to make pearls. And bivalves in general are a common food source, especially oysters. I don't get why, though. It seems like I have never heard a story of people eating oysters that doesn't end up them getting food poisoning. But then again, I guess rich people eat crap like this all the time. I mean, sturgeon eggs, goose liver, snails. They may have a lot of money, but they have terrible taste. There, I said it. Anyway, as for media, clam shells are usually portrayed like it's their mouth. Sometimes you'll see clam characters with eyes on top of their shell, and they open their mouth up to talk. Yeah. And sometimes the flesh inside of the shell is replaced with what's clearly a tongue, which just makes me wonder what happens if they swallow something. Where does it go exactly? Actually, this kind of reminds me of this one SpongeBob episode, the one where they babysit a clam, and at one point they open the clam up to see where a horrible smell's coming from, and is that implying that in the SpongeBob universe, clams crap inside their shells and then they, have to empty themselves out or something? Ugh. That sounds like a horrible lifestyle to have. Ugh. I'm done thinking about that. And in media, bivalves are often given the ability to rapidly produce pearls, basically on command. They can make a pearl in far, far less time than it takes in real life. I mentioned SpongeBob earlier, and I'd say that has the most notable use of bivalves in media. In this show, small bivalves like scallops fill the role of birds, while large clams seem to be wolves, I guess. I don't know. They're always portrayed as, vicious wild animals that howl, so yeah, wolves. Even though the dog's equivalent is worms, and I'm overthinking it, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna clam up now, and I gotta go check on Catherine. She doesn't seem to be taking this game very well. I have $20,000 riding on this game. What do you mean all the best players are sick? Look, I don't know what happened. They all ate oysters last night and now they all got food poisoning. Look, we got replacements in. Are they good? Well, we got one guy who's afraid of getting tackled. Take it! Don't hurt me! We got another guy who I Think it's the wrong kind of football player. Oi, May, he just picked up the ball. That's a red flag. This is not soccer. Oh! And I don't even know where the last guy is. Hey, Coach. I'm back. Where have you been? I was in the John. They were in the middle of the game! Well, gee, you don't have to yell at me like that. Ugh. Alright, look, I don't mean to upset you, but, I don't like the odds of this team.